The STL string class is a special type of container specifically designed to operate with sequences of characters. It's designed with many features to operate on strings efficiently and intuitively. Here I have a working copy of string.cpp from chapter 10 of the exercise files. You notice I include the string header at the top. String is an STL container class that operates on characters in the same way as any sequence container operates on other types. String has functions that are specifically designed for operating on strings of characters. It's very much like a vector, but with additional string-related functions. So I'm demonstrating in here a number of different methods on the string class. I'm just going to build and run, and you can see we get a lot of output down here. I'm going to scroll to the top, and we can go down this bit by bit. There's the normal size method that any sequence container in the STL has, and it has an alias called length, which does exactly the same thing. So you see that the size is the same as length, 16 characters. My string is initialized with the copy constructor. This is a string. And you can concatenate strings using the plus operator. And the plus operator is a non-member operator overload, so it'll work with the C string on either side of the operator. So you can say string plus C string or C string plus string, and it'll still concatenate. So here's our concatenated strings. This is a string, and the colon, and this is also a string. You notice S2 is, this is also a string. You can compare two strings with the normal comparison operators. And we have a number of examples of this here. I'm using it with the conditional operator and yes or no. And so S1 equals S2 will get a no because they're two different strings. And if I copy assign S1 to S2 using the assignment operator and then do the same comparison, you see that I get the result of yes. And then I use the greater than or less than operators with other string. And you see, here we are, no, yes, yes, and no, the results that we would expect. I can use a range-based for loop to step through each of the characters, and I'm putting a space character between them. And so that looks like this here. This is a string with spaces between each of the characters. I can use an iterator to insert a character. Remember, this is just like any container, except it contains characters. And so if I want to add an X, I use the begin iterator, and I can add 5 to it and put in an X. And then after insert, the S1 looks like this with the X. After the 5th position, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, it's 0 base, so it's really 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is where the X is. And then I can erase that, taking it out of the container, deleting it from the container, using exactly the same syntax with the erase method. And so after the erase, the X is gone. I can use the replace method to replace two characters. So those two characters are that is part of the string, and change it to ain't. It's not good grammar, but it's a good demonstration of the replace method. I can use substring to extract 5 characters from the 5th position, and I get that same ain't. And I can use find to find the first position of a character within the string. So the first S is in position 3. That would be this S here. Remember, the first position is 0, so 0, 1, 2, 3. And the last S is in position 13, which would be this one out here. So those are the highlights of the string class. The string class, of course, has a lot more in it. The string class is a powerful and flexible class implemented as a sequence container, has a rich set of features, and an intuitive interface.